Hello players and playettes, it's the 2023 Discraft's Great Lakes Open presented by Grip 6. Coverage brought to you by Run Productions, and this is your FPO chase card at the Disc Golf Pro Tour Playoff event. My name is Holly Finley.
My name is Raven Klein, and we have brought you the back nine. We are in Milford, Michigan, and I'm just so excited to continue what I consider to be kind of an exciting front nine.
Ella Hansen's had a clean scorecard, and so far that's moved her up into a tie. Second place with Kat Murch, trying to catch Owen Scoggins, who's a couple strokes ahead of the field at this point.
Yeah, Holland Hanley also moving up a little bit. I think she's the card ahead of this card right now. We're going to start off with hole 10, par 4, 507 feet. There's no OB along the sides, just some grass that you'd have to contend with on your footing. Players are going to try and pump all the way up to this tree. Holly and I both consider the left side to be better. As you can see the drone flying through, you have a little bit more airspace to work with your approach to the basket. That's pretty much all I got for you. So I want to see how they play it. Straightforward hole.
No out of bounds to really worry about. It's just if you get off the fairway, that could be difficult. And how many lucky tree kicks have we seen for Alexis today?
At least 3.
Alexis got a tree kick. She's in the fairway. Oh, Ella Hansen
Another
trying to put
one.
a move on it.
Does she get a kick? No. I think she got through the tree, but she's going to be on the right side of the hill.
I'd pay $5 to see that on a redo. I feel like she was about to smash that thing.
Yeah. It looked like both Alexis and Ella kind of turned it over a little bit. And I don't know if Missy thought maybe it was the wind that caused the last two, but it looks like she threw hers on a hyzer.
And Jennifer's pulled her line similar to Alexis and Ella, but Jennifer throws so hard she just busted through the trees.
The tree actually moved out of the way and was like, I don't really want to get hit today.
Yeah, excuse me, Jen.
Sorry.
Alexis has thrown a backhand upshot, but she's hit that limb you've got to kind of miss going towards the basket. She might have to pitch up and play for par.
Ella did get through the tree here. It doesn't look like she has too much, a little more distance than I thought. That one branch you can see jutting out from the tree makes that shot so difficult when you're trying to line it up.
Missy's landed on the left side, which usually gives you a better line to the basket, and she had to go under that tree.
Oh, wow. Pin high.
Incredible.
Yeah, walk it off. This is Jen's drive.
A standstill putter. That's how great Jen's drive was. And now she's dropping in a birdie from the bullseye.
Good shot!
Yay!
Keeps leaning on that putter shot, and I feel like she's just been slightly off for the entire front nine, but that one was perfect.
Alexis's forehand chip gets her in the bullseye.
Ella keeping it low to stay under the branch. A slight roll, but she's only got about 21 feet for her putt.
Did you see the chips at the hospitality player tent today?
What?
Missy's in for birdie. Yeah, they had a good selection of chips for us players out there.
I don't think they had the chips out when I was warming up. Ella makes good on her par to continue or start the back nine clean.
Alexis in for par as well. Ooh, and Jennifer's in for that drop-in birdie. She had the longest drive and then the standstill putter.
I'm a little salty about the whole chip thing.
Yeah, see, you have to go when the MPO are teeing off.
Yeah,
to
and
get
I'm gonna roll through there with a backpack tomorrow when I'm done.
Backpack. Okay, let's check out hole 11, 442 feet, par 3. This is a fun one because you can't actually see the basket from the tee. You just have to visually remember the line you want to take. You can play to this left corner and get yourself a putt. If you're not trying to shot shape it, just throw straight or hyzer out to the left. Because it's so windy, I've seen a lot of shots turn over early to the right side. And Also, the wind's getting worse. You might see some players just play short, low, conservative left hyzer. You can just aim right at that spotter in the red shirt and you should be good to go.
Oh, if she misses that branch.
Oh, Missy Gannon.
That's a great shot. That
Perfect.
tree that she passed is also a good thing to aim for because you're still just outside the circle.
Missy's putting for birdie. That was a perfect shot. Why does it look so dark all of a sudden?
I was just going to say it looks dark.
How gloomy.
This tee pad is tucked away. Jennifer with a little bit of a late turn, but it doesn't hold. And she's going to catch the top of that last tree and have a circle 2 downhill a little bit putt for birdie.
Alexis forehand off the tee, but it's moving over to the right quicker than intended, and she's dropped down early in that right pocket. I like the die on Ella's disc.
It's a cloud breaker. I think she released that a lot higher than she planned on, so she's going to be off on the right side. She does clear all of the annoying things that she would have to get through, so she'll have an open look at the basket.
Alexis has to play for par. Backhand
No
hyzer
problem.
in the bullseye.
Ella with a step putt approach. She clears those little bushes and she'll be inside the bullseye for par. I really appreciate that in the long grass, the spotters have been putting flags just to help us find the discs.
Me too. Do you pick up the flag and give it back to the spotter?
Every single time.
Me too. Jennifer Allen pitches up. She'll play for par.
They always look surprised. They're
Right.
like, oh, I was going to grab that. And I was like, no need. You've done a great job.
Missy gives it a birdie run from circle's edge, and she's off the front of the cage. Haven't seen a lot of birdies here since they introduced this hole to the field. This one's a lot easier to get to when there's no wind. I guess you could say that for almost any hole, right?
That's true. And although Missy had the bid, she was not able to convert on the birdie, and that left us no birdies on the hole again today.
0 birdies!
Or not again. There was a birdie yesterday, I think. But not today.
No mistakes, though, so we're good to go.
Missy taking the risk.
Hole 12, par 3, 267 feet, straight up the whole way. It's not a long hole, but it plays like a long hole. You'll try and go on the right side of the fairway. You've got a little more airspace, and people are just going to try and maybe fade out a little bit left if they're going to hyzer something up the hill, or play something that gets a little bit of a skip straight at the basket.
Oftentimes I'll see players possibly early release into this tree on the left side, which is really the only difficulty I see on this hole. But Missy Gannon pumps it up there, giving herself a birdie putt. Oh, Jennifer Allen pushes through that tree on the left side, no problem. She's up there with a birdie putt as well. She just busted through. I feel like if I hit the tree like that, I would have
hitting, going
smacked
through
down.
all the trees.
I'm gonna tell you, my Starlight boss wouldn't sniff busting through the tree like that.
It would crack in half.
All right, Alexis is up there with a birdie look. Uh-oh.
Ella also releasing early and catching that left side. If you haven't watched round 1, you got to listen to Holly seeing her first birdie on this hole by Cat Merch. And it looks like Jen and Missy might have a go at it today.
I've been playing this course for several years, and I have not seen a lot of birdies here throughout my career, so I'm always impressed. Ooh, Alexis almost floating one in from deep.
She was mad that I didn't include her in the birdie bits.
She was, and I know why.
apologize.
She's a good putter.
Yeah, that was my bad.
Don't
I'll
count her out now.
Take it back.
Rude.
I said I'd take it back.
Jennifer Allen gives it more of a pitch up. That was a long birdie bid for her, and it was windy.
I feel like this is actually really close to where Cat Merch was yesterday for her birdie.
Missy Gannon from 40 feet uphill. Missy Gannon! Yeah, we're gonna need a run back. Thanks, Flight Factory. I'm gonna say that's actually from 45.
Feel like the last couple holes she's been a little bit off on her putt. A little high, a little low, a little left. And that one was heart of the chains.
You can actually head on over to Flight Factory to get some Ace Run Pro custom discs. Jennifer Allen in for par. Ella Hansen in for par, as well as Alexis Mandujano.
Another hole with only 2 birdies on the day.
Who was the other one?
Holland Hanley.
Oh, another long thrower. Hey, this back 9 is looking good.
Yeah, keeping it clean. Well done, ladies.
Hole 13, look at this fun downhill par 4, 526 feet. A lot of different ways players are attacking this. I prefer a mid-placement shot right to the mouth here, or a forehand player will have a distinct advantage getting way down into the shadows, possibly a circle look at it. I've also seen some players just aim right to that right-hand corner and see how lucky they can get and possibly bust through and get themselves a eagle look.
Why not? I feel like in this wind, I'm curious to see how everyone approaches it.
Missy
Good
Gannon's,
communication.
yeah, backhand goes a little long into the woods. She should have a little chip shot into the green, though. The woods looks thicker than it actually is once you get in there.
Jen almost following the line exactly.
Ooh.
I feel like the way both of them threw that, if they threw it just down like 3% or 3 degrees, they would have got right under the tree and possibly got up in the tunnel.
Mm-hmm. Ella with a forehand off the tee, and she gets caught up in that middle tree that you really want to get around. Although when you land at it, you've still got an easy birdie up and down. You can see it. The basket's just right there past the sun. She can just get up there and get a putt.
Sun. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
That's one of the first songs I learned on the guitar.
Is it really? I learned it on the harmonica.
Oh, you're a harmonica player? I knew you were awesome.
Yeah. It's been a while, but I dabble.
That's a flex I'd tell people more often. You know, I'd play that on the harmonica, but I didn't bring it.
I didn't bring it.
Alexis had a little window and looks like she was successful getting out of it.
Might just be right on the edge. Now, we didn't comment on it, but Ella pured her approach, and she's in the bullseye.
And you can see Missy had an option to get up and down. She's up there putting for birdie, and those paywalls are no indication for out of bounds or anything. It's just advertisement.
Jen with the patent pending, just trying to get a little bit closer to that opening.
And you can see, even if you land in the woods, there's really large gaps to work with.
It's true, even with some of that underbrush. A little turnover from Alexis. I'm sure she wanted it to turn more, but she's in a fine position.
Gannon for birdie from 40. Alexis cans her par putt.
A birdie for Ella.
Jennifer Allen in for birdie here on the 13th. And as Missy taps in her par, I'd like to remind you guys that I'm giving away a Star Mako 3 in partnership here with Ace Run Pro. Let us know in the comments if you call a shopping cart a cart or a buggy. I'm a buggy girl.
I feel like the fact that you said you call a shopping cart a cart or a buggy means it's gotta be cart.
Well, it's because everyone else calls it a cart.
That's true.
It's a buggy.
Hole 14, par 4, 550 feet. least trees you're gonna find on one of the holes out here. You do have OB along the left and right side. For the most part, the OB will come into play early left if you don't go straight enough out the gap, and then that second shot if you try and hyzer or something like that, it doesn't always come back in. And with the wind today, that's where I could see it getting hairy.
Jennifer Allen up first after a birdie on hole 13. Good looking shot right in the middle. I love the way that just danced over the grass tips. Shout out to our Pro Tour photographer, Kev, in the background, always capturing great images of us.
I was just thinking about Kevin when you said that.
Also, shout out to Kevin for wearing no bright clothing. He's always blending in out there.
Ooh, Missy hugging that right side OB. It's not a common shot, I feel like.
Yes, I agree.
You don't really see that.
I agree. Most players taking more of a overstable disc, moving it right to left. It's often very windy on this hole. And Ella's probably got about 300 into the pin.
I like this shot from her, just using all of the fairway, not getting hairy with the OBs.
Ella Hansen in the bullseye drop-in birdie.
When you have that sidearm power. Missy riding over the OB for most of her shot, but playing it with a good stability disc, and she ends up in the circle.
What is Tom range finding? The shot's over, Tom.
Well, she felt confident. Maybe he just wanted to know how far she threw it.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Alexis with a solid approach.
I was thinking more like they were bird watching.
The rangefinder is actually really good for bird watching.
I know. Jennifer's standstill approach for her, little hyzer chip. She's right outside the bullseye. Missy Gannon for birdie. It's in.
Solid putt from Missy.
And with that birdie putt, Missy is now 2 under for the round.
Ooh.
Jennifer Allen makes good for her birdie as well, moving her to 1 under for the round. That's 2 birdies in a row for her.
Alexis felt a little left out, so she decided to grab a birdie. And Ella completes the star frame. Well done by our chase card.
2 birdies in a row for Ella Hansen as well, and that moves her to 6 under par for
Look
the
at
round.
this back 9.
Look out, Ella. Man, save some for the rest of us. Or not. I mean, that's cool too. Hello, my friends. It's good to have you back for hole 15, a par 4, 567 feet. Forehand players might have an advantage here. You really want to get around this little tree right there covered in vines, hopefully landing about here. That'll give you 260 to 290 into the circle to give you a birdie look at 3. There's no out of bounds here, but if you get off the fairway, you are going to be scrambling hard. Possibly even tough to make a par if you get too far off the fairway. Just keep it in the short grass, get yourself a birdie look. Jennifer Allen up first after 2 birdies in a row. She has a champion Mako 3 turnover, landing right in that position I told you about, near the tree with the vines on it.
Ella swinging her sidearm out wide, and it's a beautiful shot.
Good distance on that.
Yeah. She's just at the apex of the hill.
Missy backhand turnover. Looks like it might get a bit of a cut roll, but she's in a good position, very similar to Jennifer. Mandujano forehand Zeus off the tee. Past that tree. Everyone's in great position. They can all attack for birdie if they desire.
I want to say with Jen, I feel like it's going to fight through the trees.
And as we've seen with Jen, a lot of her shots have been over to the right side.
Yeah.
And Missy's is leaking over there as well.
She's got at least enough stability that she flattened out, and she might be on the edge. Oh, it was a burr.
Do you call a burr, or I call them stick tights?
Stick tights?
Yeah.
Nope. That's another one.
Well, I'm from Tennessee and you're from Minnesota, and we just got different names for things, I guess.
I agree. I agree.
Ella Hansen's up in the circle looking at a birdie putt.
This is an interesting spot on the course because the wind feels totally different at the top of the hill than it does as you go through the gully. That was Alexis pitching out.
I love that little hidden window they have to work with there.
I'm amazed how many people actually land in that window.
Yeah. I mean, from the outside, it looks too thick to even use, but apparently there's a lot of little tunnels that you can sneak through. Jennifer Allen looking to pitch up. And look at her, she's up there too. A little further than you'd want on a windy... Oh wait, that wasn't Jennifer Allen. Uh-oh.
Oh, that was Missy.
Missy. I couldn't see her. She was hidden in Narnia.
It's funny when the forehand came out, I was like, ooh, Jen.
Right? Ella for birdie.
Let's go,
Ella
Ella.
Hansen. This round has been incredible to watch. She is now 7 under par. That's 3 birdies in a row. That's a turkey for Ella.
Missy, what a bold putt.
Dude, that putt was so brave.
I was going to say, would you run that?
Oh, yeah, all day.
Okay, I figured you would.
Man.
I also would, but she ran it with some gusto.
Yeah, she did. Confidence is key. Jennifer Allen tapping in her par.
And Alexis also had a par there.
So Ella Hansen with the only birdie on the card. And now every player on this FPO Chase card is under par. The ladies are doing work on this back nine. Look how clean that is. I mean, that's what you came here to see.
That's, true for me, for sure. This is hole 16, par 3, 396 feet. It is downhill, but it is an island. So this evergreen tree that you see in the middle of your screen is not in the island. It's pretty much the last thing you have to pass besides the tall branches of the tree that the drone is flying by. A lot of players just want to hit this island. This is proving to be an extremely difficult hole this year, and the drop zone doesn't make it any easier. If you don't make the island, it's almost just a guaranteed 4.
Third most difficult hole as of this weekend. Ella Hansen with a mid off the tee.
She's throwing an MD3, and yesterday she was the only player to card a birdie. So she's on the island again.
In the island again.
2 for 2.
Jennifer Allen hits the main gap. It's got a lot of height on it. It could hyzer OB. We'll see if she gets lucky.
Oh, she caught a branch.
Oh, the trickle down inbounds. Just landing on the island feels like you already got a birdie. Missy Gannon sort of missing the gap, moving to the right side, and unfortunately she's out of bounds on the right. Ooh, Alexis hits the gap much like Missy, but her disc is also leaking right in the same place, just like Missy, out of bounds, right side. So we'll have Missy up first from the drop zone. This is to save par, but she says no thanks, and she lays it up short.
That is what most players will do. Or they only do like a half bid, where they're really not expecting to make it, but if they did, they'd obviously be happy about it.
Even with the wind and the half bid, you can still go OB. It's just, 12 feet behind the basket. Ella! Ella Hansen Me and Raven decided earlier, because this is the third most difficult hole on the course, getting a par here is actually getting strokes on a lot of the field.
Yeah, and it's actually crazy to see the improvement, though. From day one, there was 1 birdie and only 5 pars in the entire field. Today, there were 5 birdies and 10 pars.
Oh.
So, great improvement from the field. I think people finally figuring out maybe they need to disc up, maybe they just need to change their shot approach. But well done by the field. And unfortunate bogeys there for Missy and Alexis, but like Holly said, not losing strokes to a lot of the field.
That was our first blemish on our back 9 scorecards.
Oh.
Gosh darn it, but that's pretty good. This is a tough
hole
course.
16.
17, look at this par 5, y'all, a 755-foot bomber. Good drives can land actually about here. And if you got super mega distance, you can push up there for the eagle. Otherwise, your next shot should land about here. Your third shot's a little chip up into the circle, and that will give you a birdie 4 opportunity. Ella Hansen up first.
The wind always seems really deceptive on this hole, because without wind, you can see players like her trying to flex over the OB the whole way and get to that long spot you were talking about.
Ella's drive lands high in the right side corner, possibly in a bush, and Jennifer's moving to the same spot. Oh, same bush for Jennifer and Ella. Hanging out.
That's another slightly overturned. Missy trying to learn from those 2 shots. That is beautiful.
10 out of 10, Missy.
Would recommend. Alexis playing the slightly more aggressive.
This is aggressive, and it's too high. I don't like its hyzer angle.
No, and I do not think that she flexed over that OB, so she's going to have to be pretty far back.
Yeah, she's out of bounds. You can see Jennifer's drive landed in that bush, which is basically, this is all you got, just a little pitch out. Smart.
At least with, players like Jen and Ella, they can pitch out and then still have a pump up toward that
They
basket.
sure can. They sure can. They could still
hey, Bert.
get a birdie.
The machine out there today supporting FPO before he had to catch a flight.
Little VIP sighting from Bert. All right, so Alexis went OB off the tee, so this will be her 3rd shot, and from here she's just looking to lay up to that common landing zone.
Yep, get to the mouth of the hill. That bush on the right side is a really good aiming spot. Just want a hyzer in front of it like Alexis did. Jen from a standstill. Whew. Stay on the edge. Oh, that looked like it was like halfway up the hill.
I agree, very deceiving.
It's
Ella
a great
Hansen's
shot.
2nd shot, is she going to go for it? Is she going to go for that eagle bid?
Well, not eagle anymore because she had to pitch out, but she's
Oh, you're
definitely
right,
trying to
you're
save.
right.
Wow, get over the bushes. All right, so she's not in a great position, but that was still only her 3rd shot, so she can just, scoop something right over the top and hopefully be close enough to save par. Missy with the best drive of the group. She's still just going to play to that mouth. Perfect placement.
Missy's 3rd shot. It's about 250 up the hill.
She's going to leave that a little bit left, but she's in a good position to putt at the basket. However, the direction she's going, it is a gradual slope behind the basket.
About 235 for Alexis up the hill. Jennifer Allen's in really good position. A little jump putt Yeti.
Mother effer.
And she doesn't like it. It's short. You really want to park this one. Ooh, peppermint patty coming out.
I don't know why, but I just feel like this is going to be great. She doesn't often have to pull out these kind of shots.
Look at that. Peppermint patty in the bullseye. Drop in.
Oh, wow. That's what I wanted to see. So, Jen leaving her putt low, catches the koozie.
Missy's falls out right side.
Alexis makes good on her par.
I feel like Jen already gave up on her upshot as soon as it landed. You know, the truth is she was in the circle and it was a good upshot, but as soon as it landed, she was upset about it. It was,
Yeah.
you know, so
Ella with a great par save.
I wish she wouldn't have defeated herself before she got up there.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate, like that emotion that leads into a bogey and then it feels worse, honestly. So Jen joins the blemish, unfortunately, and Ella clean through 17.
Head on over to acerunpro.com when you get done watching this round and get yourself some Ace Run Pro merch.
Hole 18, we have a par 4, 495 feet. Off the tee, you'll see people throwing a sidearm or maybe trying to get a little more distance and throwing a backhand turnover. No one's really getting to the top of the hill, so that second shot is blind. You can't see the basket, and you want to come in on the right side of the tree that the drone passed. This is a tough 4, but I know that if you get a good shot, it's there. The birdie is possible.
We saw Holland Hanley get a birdie yesterday, and Ella's Peppermint Patty is turned over out of bounds on the right side after getting a good par save on the previous hole. Missy Gannon backhand shot. It looks to be more of a short conservative play. A little doggy friend in the fairway. Let's move on back, doggo. For safety.
Nice.
Alexis's forehand chip looks good. Jennifer Mako.
Oh, that looks so good.
Turnover premium shot.
Beautiful shot.
And from here, players are more than likely just going to lay up for safety and play the hole for par. Everyone can easily pump out the distance to get up and around the corner for birdie, but it's such a small and tight landing zone. Oh no, that's fine.
Missy just playing to leave herself with a straight approach into the green.
Okay, now Ella might get up there and try to get a birdie look.
Well, this would be to save par because she was out
you're
of bounds.
Right. Gosh darn it.
But that is so good. At this point, she's just trying to save her par and go bogey free for the round.
I keep forgetting about her mistakes.
Well, they're few.
Right.
They're few and far
That's why
between
I'm forgetting
today.
about them. Jennifer going with the same disc, Champion Mako 3, little turnover.
When she throws her patent pending ooh, safe.
Inbounds.
It's so interesting to me sometimes because she really faces completely the opposite direction. Gotta give some love to all the fans.
Can I pet that dog?
Gonna pet that dog.
Missy Gannon's forehand chip is right outside the bullseye. She'll have an easy look at par. Ella likes it. I like it. Doggo likes it.
I'm gonna hop on the train. I liked it too. Alexis with a great approach.
Jennifer Allen for a birdie look. Oh. I wanted it for her.
Low and a little bit left, not enough. Now this is to save par for Ella and to keep her bogey free for the round.
The wind
No
needs
pressure.
to chill out.
Yeah.
Missy Gannon in for par.
Jen will end on a par for round 2.
Alexis makes good for her par putt, and Ella Hansen dropping in. Solo bogey. Incredible round from Ella Hansen.
Yeah, that means only one blemish for each of these players on the back nine. Incredible round from Ella Hansen. Great to see no one actually ended over par. We had everyone even, and one down for Missy. We'll take a look at the leaderboard here. Oh, see, that's why Ella missed. She was clearly just trying to tie Holland. They wanted to have the same score going into day 3 to really see who's got the gumption.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I want to give a shout out to Maria Oliva for shooting a 5 down today and hopping up the leaderboard.
Well done. Owen still in the lead, on fire here, and I'm really excited to see everyone attack this 3rd day.
Appreciate you guys hanging out with us here at the DGLO Playoff event. If you'd like to support me, Holly Finley, you can go to pharmacbd.com and use code HOLLY for 20% off all pharma products.
And you can find my Tour Series discs on dynamicdisc.com and another round, and give me a follow on Instagram at arcline55. Don't forget to comment so you have a chance to win one of Holly's discs.
And while you're on Instagram, go ahead and follow Ace Run Pro.
That's smart.